Hey, what's up everyone? Ryan here, and I'm back with another College Football 25 Kentucky Dynasty Mode Series video, and today it is time for a brand new season. Today we are in week 1 of year 4 in this dynasty. The year is 2027, and this Kentucky Wildcats team is coming off our 3rd national championship in a row. We did complete the three-peat, and today, or this year, we are looking for our 4th national championship, and now we have an exciting week 1 matchup. Usually in the first 4 weeks in this game, when I schedule opponents, I never schedule opponents in the top 25. I know once we get into conference play, we're going to play plenty of top 25 opponents, but I made an exception, a special exception this year. Today, we have number 1 Kentucky Wildcats at home versus the number 9 ranked team in the nation, Stanford. The reason this matchup is so special for this Dynasty series, well, many of you already know this, but the head coach for Stanford now is Andrew Parker. Andrew Parker started on our team. His first 2 years, he was the defensive coordinator for this Kentucky Wildcats team. Led us to the number 1 defense 2 years in a row, and we won back-to-back national championships those years. Now in year 3, he went to Stanford, and he led Stanford in his first year as a head coach to an undefeated record, and they lost in the first round of the playoffs. And I wanted to see that playoff matchup between Kentucky and Stanford. We didn't get it, but this year, we get the matchup here. Now, we could end Andrew Parker's perfect regular season stretch. He's 12-0 in the regular season right now in his coaching career, and we're looking to end that undefeated stretch today. We're going to show him why he should never have left this Kentucky Wildcats team. But yeah, 3 years in a row, incredible years, and we're looking to do the same thing this year. We have high hopes. We have a 92 overall team now. I mean, this team is stacked to the max. Quarterback is now a sophomore. We have generational talent at wide receiver. Dan Honeycutt, Nick Guerrero coming in the lineup. We've got so much talent this year. Andres Robledo, the 99 speed cornerback. We've got talent everywhere. We've got a lot of developing talent, and our recruiting class is also really, really good. So it's going to be an exciting year here. Now, in today's episode, we're going to take a look at the updated top 25. We don't really have top stories to go through this week. Of course, it's just week 1 now, and then we're going to take a look at the matchup preview and then dive into the game. So I will have timestamps for you all, just like always, in the video description, so feel free to jump ahead to the game if you want to go ahead and do that. And if you all get some enjoyment, be sure to drop a like before you go. It really helps the channel, and it keeps these series going. Subscribe for more, and I just want to say big thank you to you all for all the continued support on this series. We are in year 4 now, 3 seasons down, and this series is still going strong, and that's because of you all, and I greatly appreciate all the support on this one. This series will continue. One of my favorite series here on the channel, and what a matchup this is going to be today. Stanford, when we scheduled this matchup, it said they were 80 overall. Little did I know they would be 86 overall this year under their second-year head coach, Andrew Parker. So yeah, that kind of made me nervous when I saw this screen right here. This Stanford team is not bad. Not bad at all. Yeah, let's go ahead and take a look at the top 25 here. So you see Kentucky preseason ranking, number 1, Alabama, number 2, Ohio State, Washington, North Carolina, Georgia, Auburn, Oregon, Stanford, Tennessee, Utah, Wisconsin, Kansas State, Missouri, Arizona, Michigan, Pittsburgh, TCU, South Carolina, Vanderbilt, Houston, Clemson, LSU, East Carolina, and Charlotte. And one thing I forgot to mention is if you missed the last episode, you missed the entire offseason. In that offseason episode, you get to see all the recruits that we got last year. You get to see their development, their overall, and that recruiting class was incredible. But also you got to see the season schedule and depth chart. I went over the entire depth chart for this team. So if you missed that episode, be sure you check it out. I know it's a long one, but I have timestamps that way if you're just looking for the depth chart or the recruits, you can just jump around wherever you want to. You don't have to watch the full 2.5-hour episode there for the off season. But let's take a look here at the season schedule preview here. Many of you saw this in the offseason episode. But we start out against Stanford, who's number 9 in the nation in week 1. Week 2, we have a bye week. Then we play off against Western Kentucky at home, Indiana at home, and then we start SEC play in week number 5 against South Carolina in South Carolina. Their preseason ranking is number 19. Then we face off against LSU at home, looking for revenge after LSU crushed us late in the year last year at LSU. They blew us out. It was not even close. So that's going to be a night game in Lexington, Kentucky, and we're looking for revenge. Then we face off against Mississippi State in week 7 at home. Texas A&M at Texas A&M. Going to be a really tough matchup there. Whenever you're playing at that university, it is insane. And then week 9, we go to Mizzou to face off a team who's ranked 14th in the nation. And then we play Alabama at home. If you remember last year, we played Alabama a couple times, right? One time we played them in the regular season, and they beat us like 38-20, right? And then we played them in the college football playoffs, and we beat them 38-20. So we like reversed the score. It's always a big time game there, and that game will be in Lexington, thankfully. We played them in Alabama last year, and we got crushed. Now, week 11, we face off against Arkansas at home. Then we go to Oklahoma in week 12. Then, of course, our final game of the regular season is the Governor's Cup rivalry game. We play at home against Louisville this year. It's going to be an exciting schedule. It's going to be a really tough schedule. After seeing this, I wish I would not have put Stanford on the schedule, but I think this is a matchup that everybody wanted to see. You know, I did this because I feel like you all wanted to see a top 25 matchup. You all want to see this Kentucky-Stanford battle because the former head coach for Kentucky, or former defensive coordinator, is their head coach now, and I think it's going to be a lot of fun. Now, I may not be saying that after this matchup happens, so we will see how it pans out. It is time, though. Brand new season. Season 4 is here. Week 1 of 2027. Kentucky Wildcats, the number 1 team in the nation, coming off our 3rd national championship victory in a row. At home, Big Blue Nation is ready for this big matchup against the number 9 ranked Stanford team. This Stanford team had a great year last year. They have not lost in the regular season under their head coach, Andrew Parker. We're looking to change that today. I'm not afraid of anybody. Yeah, would I have scheduled it if I saw they were 86 overall? No shot. But we scheduled it, and here we are. 92 overall Kentucky versus 86 overall Stanford. We do have home field advantage, which is going to be key in today's matchup. Their star player, impact player, is Max Scott, a cornerback who's 91 overall, 96 man coverage, and 93 speed. Okay. I wish we knew what number Max Scott was, because that is going to be a really tough matchup. So we need to throw away from their impact player cornerback. But it's time. And look, it says game of the year. All eyes will be on this highly anticipated matchup against number 1 Kentucky and number 9 Stanford. It is huge, actually, for the top 25 rankings, too. A lot of pressure for Kentucky. I mean, the expectations are high for this team. Our roster is stacked. 92 overall. We have an incredible offensive line, way better than last year. Now a sophomore quarterback. We're good to go. I'm ready. Hey, get those one times ready. Get that hype ready. It's the game of the week. Kentucky, Stanford. Let's see what uniforms. I think for the home game, we've got to wear all blue. For Big Blue Nation, we got to do all blue first game. So that's what we're going to rock. Let's see what they're wearing. I definitely want to make sure they're wearing some red here. To get some blue and red, right? So let's go Cardinal pants. And do they have a Cardinal helmet? They do. Oh, that's perfect. Do they have red shoes? Or Cardinal? They don't call it red, do they? I don't know if they do, actually. How do they not have red shoes? I know Stanford has red shoes in real life, right? There's no shot they don't. I do not see red shoes, so, well, I don't think black looks as good with that outfit or that jersey, so I'm going to go with just the regular white. That looks good. And make sure the playbook is set. Playbook is set. It is time. Kentucky 2027 season opener. Let's have a big time year and win 4 national championships in a row. Come on.
Welcome to Lexington, Kentucky, here in the Bluegrass State, where the hospitality flows freely. Home of the Kentucky Wildcats and the Big Blue Nation, ready for this collision today. This is not just a regular matchup. Battle of top 10 teams, two teams colliding early in the season. One team can make a strong statement about the season ahead, as we'll see the number 9 team in the land, the Stanford Cardinal, taking on the number 1 team in the land, the Kentucky Wildcats. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Chris Fowler, joined here in the booth by Kirk Herbstreit. Kirk, let's get to the action on the field.
This never gets old.
Stanford will kick it off to get us underway.
We are UK. Come on. Andres Robledo, true freshman, 99 speed cornerback. He is our kick returner. Our punt returner is Dan Honeycutt. Wait, why is Ajayi in at quarterback?
Eager to see how he plays today. There's a certain...
You know, this game does this all the time. I don't know if you all have noticed this. The game automatically adjusts your roster every single time after you adjust it. No, Ajayi's not starting quarterback. Stephen Bullock is starting quarterback. Sorry for that, Stephen. Let's make sure the others are set. It only changed our quarterback. Yeah, it only changed our quarterback. Look who we are playing, though. And I know, unfortunately, it's raining today at Lexington, Kentucky. But... generational talent, Dan Honeycutt, receiver, true freshman, will be starting. He's got the natural ability there, platinum. The rain's not even going to affect him whatsoever. And don't you worry, Nick Guerrero is going to be in the lineup as well. 50-50 sure hands. He's going to be our 4th receiver. He won't play as much, but this receiving core is absolutely stacked. Want to make sure they have Colton Sanders in. So they only reset the quarterback. That is interesting. Okay, here we go.
About him. You can tell from the warm-up song the way the team responds and rallies around him. Can he
poor Ajayi. They're talking about him, and then we just take him right out.
Superman. And when that opening kickoff is kicked up into the air, his cape goes on. He sets
first play of 2027. Come on.
Out of jams, does it in pressure situations. He's the arms and legs of this offensive system, but also the heart of this team.
Okay, that Stanford defensive line looked pretty good, didn't they?
They're just trying to establish the run. There's not much there, but give credit to that.
Where's Honeycutt? All right, Honeycutt, be ready.
Scrimmage to negate any chance at all.
Dan Honeycutt, baby. Hunts like honey. 6'4".
Well, defense didn't have any
240 pounds of pure muscle. I think he's 225, but still.
On the hitch to the receiver.
On the opening drive, it's now 3rd.
Okay, I'm looking at Patterson. He should be wide open here. Yep.
There's the snap. Looking to throw the ball. That's caught.
A very slow developing play.
Just short of that first down marker. Good job.
Listen, we have to go for it. Andrew Parker on the other side, head coach, former defensive coordinator. We want to win.
4th down and short.
4th down and 2 in their own territory. Coach shows no hesitation. The offense is on the field.
Because we got the best offensive line in college football.
Spotted in 38.
We really do.
Call here by this offense. Early in this game, on a 4th down, they decide to go for it, and they come up with the first down.
I want to throw a lot, but in the rain, we've got to stay to the ground.
And they'll go right back to him on first
Look
down.
at that blocking. Look at Trayvon Drayton go. That was all the offensive line in pure speed.
All the way to the house. Touchdown.
Heisman running back. I'm telling you, he would have won last year without the injuries.
Game. Here we are in the opening drive.
Take that, Stanford.
What they thought they might see based on their film work. It pays off, and this back had a ton of space to show you what kind of speed he has.
Did you all see that? Speaking of speed, electricity. What a block. 77 made that play. That is the best blocking I think we saw all last year. Between last year and this year, the reason was last year, it was a very stressful season because our offensive line was not the best, right? They were serviceable. This year, we have 90 overall almost in every position on the offensive line. These are really good run blockers. They know how to play the game, and you saw that with 77 there.
And the PAT makes it 7-0.
That Stanford defensive line and linebackers they were not expecting that. Oh my. What a block. 77 just crushed him. we have to, can we watch that? Or is it going to show that we don't want to watch the field go? Can we watch that highlight? I feel like we've got to watch that block, right? Where's the touchdown? 62-yard touchdown. Here it is. Watch this block. Number 77. That was the pulling guard. Watch him. Just leading. That's Caesar. That was the converted center to left guard, who was, as a center, was 85 overall. Converted to left guard, 92 overall now. Watch this lead block. Caesar says, welcome to Kentucky, is what he tells Stanford. Welcome to Lexington, Kentucky. Are you kidding me? Oh my, and pure speed for Trayvon Drayton, weaving in and out of the offensive line and just taking it to the house. That is what we do. We're going to do that a lot all year. I'm telling you, we are going to have an explosive offense. I'm going to take a screenshot here, and we're going to crush the Stanford Cardinal? It's Stanford Cardinal, right? It's not the Stanford Cardinals. It's Cardinal, right? The Stanford Cardinal? I don't know. Is it the Stanford Cardinals or Cardinal? I feel like I knew a Stanford fan one time many years ago, and he would always correct me and say, it's not Stanford Cardinals, it's Stanford Cardinal. And it would always throw me off every single time. So if you're a Stanford fan, you can let me know. That right there is why I love the Power O. We have a great blocking fullback. Our starting fullback used to be it was an athletic guard, right? An athletic, agile guard. We converted to fullback. 78 overall, but a great lead blocker. He's also 300 pounds. Our backup fullback is really good at blocking. Our tight end and our backup tight end are really good at blocking. So we're built for the Power O. It's part of the roster that I went after in the recruiting class, right? Building for a Power O offense. And when we execute it to perfection like that, we score touchdowns. That's just what we do. This team is set up to win this year if I stick to the game plan.
Kickoff team is on the field. Let's see if they give the returner a chance to bring this one
Honestly,
back.
I can't wait for defense because we still got Godfrey. We have great talent on the defensive line.
Turn starts from inside the 5.
Like, I'm so ready. This season's going to be fantastic.
17. Strong job by the coverage team. So the Kentucky Wildcats offense comes out for their first possession today. We've got some interesting matchups here today, Kirk. Each quarterback is going to have to account for an elite free safety on the other side.
Well, Chris, I think this is the game within the game, to be honest.
Start with the blitz.
Free safeties are great at operating and just roaming in coverage. It's going to be interesting to see how these two move around in the chessboard.
Come on, Godfrey. Toughest place to play at number 18 now, everybody. That should have been my zone. I bit up.
Down the middle, it's Harris.
But yeah, we're now number 18 and toughest place to play. Love that. Let's go Tampa 2.
Quickly here. On 1st and 10 here, looking to throw the ball. And they heave it deep downfield.
Good play, Chadwick. Very good play.
A chance for a big play.
2nd and 10. I'm going to do a nickel blitz 3. And I'm showing a 2.
Chance to make a huge play. Everybody does their job. Great route. Quarterback puts it right on the money, and he just drops it.
Soles, that's what I'm talking about.
Well, they don't pick up the
Soles, his big problem last year was coverage, and he did a pretty good job there. Now I'm running man.
To take that away, that's when you can take a shot downfield.
Cover 3 match. I guess man.
Just underway, and this
nope.
Crowd
I hate it.
Fired up and ready to make a difference today. And now the defense will call a timeout before
I couldn't find the play I wanted.
To get everybody on the same page.
There it is. Let's show cover 2.
Offense looking to keep the drive going here. 3rd and short now from the 44. Looking to throw again.
That is a big mismatch there. That's how you beat the match coverage there. Cover 3 match. Now, technically, I'm supposed to kind of be in that same area code, and I was not.
Offense that convert on 3rd down. I know it's still early in this game, but the fact that they've dug themselves a hole.
Good job, Soles. Good job.
They got a new set of downs and a chance to dig
Our defensive line is just getting crushed right now. We've got to do better than that.
Offense getting set. It's 2nd down.
Wait, is Godfrey tired already? We have Storm Livings in the game. He was the bust in the year 1 recruiting class, who has not been a bust at all.
Not much after the catch, but it is good enough for a first down.
He's actually our second best middle linebacker.
The noise. This crowd is trying to inspire this defense to make a big red zone stop. He hands it off from the gun.
Let's go, Godfrey. Come on.
Get nothing.
Well, the defensive line does their job eating up.
I like cover 3 hard flat here a lot. We got to cover a lot of ground, though.
Walks to the line for play number 7 of the drive. To throw, it's Brown. Pressure is coming.
Yes, Brian Robinson.
Chris, I really felt the quarterback came off the
He's
fake
back.
a little bit too quick. The defense didn't bite at all on the play.
We've got to go a match zone here, right? Not match, cover 4, right? Yeah, we've got to go cover 4. And please don't mess this up.
Here's the snap, looking to throw.
That'll play. Oh,
complete to the right side. The defense stops him short of the marker, so it's 4th down.
We still stopped him, but I missed a tackle there. And
this defense, and most
sorry.
of his reads downfield appeared to be taken away, so he checks it down to his running back.
Big Blue. Big Blue, get the block. Good try.
To keep him short of that first down. Great job by the D. Well, they almost put a touchdown on the board, but instead they come away with 3 points.
Our defense is not known for great first drives, so considering we usually allow a touchdown on the first drive, holding a team to a field goal, I feel like is a win, but we can play a lot better defensively than that. We have way too much talent to let Stanford's offensive line dominate against this defensive front.
They come away with 3 points on the
And our secondary is way better this year. They were a weakness last year. No longer a weakness. They're young. We do have to keep that in mind. But
decides to signal fair catch.
all right. Let's go. Let's do the halfback toss again. Let's go back to the power O. Look at the fullback. 300 pounds.
Keep that going here.
Chris Stacy is his name.
Toss play to the outside.
Well, there was not good execution there. That's not how you block. What do we got for Dan Honeycutt this year? What do we have for Dan?
But someone has got to set the edge of the line.
A go double post? I like it.
If you're not able to do that, you're not able to turn the corner and make a big play.
2nd down, we're going to throw it. He's escaping the pocket now.
Come on, Steven. Way to fight.
Nothing is more aggravating for a defensive coordinator than this right here. You've got him. You've got a chance to make a play on him, take him out of his rhythm, but instead, this guy gets away from that pressure, tucks it, and picks up some big yards.
We have true generational talent on this offense. Stephen Bullock, Dan Honeycutt, Trayvon Drayton.
Try to make it with a quarterback sneak.
What a hit.
And he's tackled, but only after picking up.
But yeah, we've got so much talent on this roster. It's kind of insane.
Quarterback sneak here on 3rd and inches, and he's going to get the first down. It's a great time to catch the defense off guard. Get up to the line of scrimmage quickly, get the lineman down, quarterback under the center, quick snap.
I couldn't get outside. It was great blocking. If I could cut out, it's a touchdown.
Chris, it's the consistency of this pack is giving this defense fits. They've got to come up with some changes up front. This guy's already over 50 yards, and if he keeps running the way he is, not only is he having a great
Not the best throw. I should have beamed that in a little bit more. It worked out, but I'm going to do an inside zone trips for first down here. I'm going to run it away from their impact defensive lineman.
He has the lead here. Let's check out the stats now through the opening period.
I hope it's not as stressful as last year. Every game until the national championship was stressful. We had the best matchup ever in the national championship. But every single game leading up to that point was so stressful. In the regular season, in the postseason.
Can he get there on the ground? They stop him at the 49. That'll be a first down.
It was a nice job up front by the offensive line, but give the running back an assist for setting those blocks up.
All right.
Able to get downfield for the
Keep running it.
This Kentucky offense is quickly moving down the field. Running game is working. They'll stick with it on first down.
Chris Stacy missed a block there. We still were able to get outside, but
big game before he goes out of bounds. The offense keeps churning, gets a fresh set of downs.
He's not one to miss too many blocks I wouldn't expect. And we don't know. We've never seen him play, right?
And here's the handoff.
Good cut. Ooh, took a shot, though.
Down quickly.
Chris, you know, the spread era over the years has always grown offensively.
What do we got to Dan Honeycutt?
Defenses that really build their defense.
PA cross, I love it.
Still have an ability to be sound at the line of scrimmage and defend a running game. It's exactly what we saw right there.
Hit as he releases it, and the pass falls.
Dan Honeycutt, that was not cutting like honey. That was a very slow route right there. I am not impressed.
This is a great example for young players on the defensive line. If you can't get to the quarterback, watch their eyes and try to get your hands up so when the ball comes, you can knock it away.
Okay. He's converted both third down attempts on the drive so far, but now it's 3rd and 8.
That's perfection. Well, that's Dan Honeycutt said. What was that, coach? What'd you just say? Great timing, great route, and what a catch and run.
Man-to-man coverage.
It's perfect timing. That is just fantastic.
First down play call coming up. How aggressive will it be? Here's the toss play. Runner heads outside.
There we go, Chris. That is why we have you at fullback. Did you see that block?
For the score. Touchdown, Kentucky.
This is such a well-designed play here, Chris. The offensive line opens things up initially, but you can see the speed.
Somebody better check on that defensive back, make sure they're okay. He just got blocked by a 300-pound fullback who has like 80 speed. Good luck. He's still down back there. Fantastic. I do not think we're going to... I'm not saying a word.
So they'll try to
I'm not finishing this sentence. Let's just play football. What a year, though, this is going to be. Like, this team, we've got it all. We built this team together, YouTube. Thank you all for being a part of it. We built the team that we wanted. Well, I guess I built the team that I wanted, but you all were a big part of it. Some of you might not agree with the run-first offense. I just love running the football, so I built a more run-first offensive line, a run-first team, and with the Power O, now we have a lot of passing talent too. I don't want them to go unnoticed, but we may not throw a lot because this running game is going to be amazing. So maybe different than what a lot of you all would build with this Kentucky team, but does it work? Yeah, it clearly has, right?
Here's the first play of the drive now. They're backed up at their own 14.
Whether you agree with the more running team or not, it's worked.
Right at the 20.
Great job by the offensive line here, opening up some holes and giving the running back room to run on first down.
Come on, Big Blue Nation, get fired up.
The playbook for the play caller, allow him to make that defense think, are they going to run? Maybe play action, maybe throw
I tried to strip it. Ooh, 3rd and 1. I knew they were going to hurry up, so I'm doing an overload blitz.
Quickly here. They'll try to run for the first down.
Number 13 just hit him into the first down. Our defensive lineman had him. And 13 hit him into the...
Third and short, that you can gain a lot of momentum, or it can kill a drive and kill the confidence of an offense. Here they pick up the nice first down, which is great, new set of downs, but it also gives you a lot of confidence that you can wear that defense down psychologically.
I read that perfectly. If it was a pass, we were in trouble.
I tell you, this defense continues to just be physical.
We run a cover 3 match great.
And by doing that, this defense is allowing their defensive front to get pressure on the quarterback. Every time they drop back to throw, they become a one-dimensional offense.
Grab behind the line. It's McCoy.
What was I doing there? It looked like I was trying to dodge the offensive player. Watch.
Love to see a quarterback with the ability to read the defense properly and then just get it to the open man. Sometimes it sounds simple, but it's tough to execute. This time we have
that was embarrassing.
By the quarterback.
The rain, maybe? Yeah, let's blame the rain.
That completion good for a first down. The offense working with a new set of downs here. They're going to run it here.
Good job. Soles made a big hit. Terrion came up, made a big hit.
Here comes the up-tempo offense.
Well, another short gain for this offense on the ground, and you got to give a lot of credit to the defense. They have really negated that aspect of this.
You got to tackle. I can't say anything.
Oh,
Matthew Horn comes over, lays down a big-time hit. Wow, that'll make you think next time you spin. Oh my. That is a 285-pound defensive line. Used to be a center. Good luck.
Can he make it to the marker?
Yes, Brian Robinson is a superstar.
I mean, Chris, you have to.
Come on, this roster is stacked, everybody. You saw these players develop over these past 3 years, now into year 4. It's so fun. That is what I love about college football. Now, with the transfer portal in real life right now, you don't see as much of that development. We won't see as much of that development, but I just love it. You know, we built this team. You see the recruits. You get new people in each year. Like, that's one thing I love about a college football dynasty versus like a franchise mode in Madden, because of that new players coming in all the time, right? I mean, if you're redshirted, you can have 5 years, but most of the time you're only going to have 4 years with the team. So, look at Chris Stacy.
Big gain, moves the ball across midfield to the 45.
Listen, if I'm a defender and I see a 300-pound lineman at fullback, this is why he was an athlete, right? He was an athlete that I moved to fullback, and that was my plan when we were scouting him was for fullback. Watch Chris Stacy go. 1, 2, just one. Like, not only does he crush the cornerback there, that was the safety, rocked his world just at ease. He goes down and makes the next block. Rodriguez is like, what am I supposed to do? Like, am I supposed to block somebody? So Rodriguez runs down and blocks nobody. Welcome to the Chris Stacy Show, everybody. And, I mean, look at the offensive line. That is just perfection all across the board. That is how you block. That is what this team was built for. Welcome to this new Kentucky Wildcats 4.0 team.
Well, this used to be really
I'm running again. Why would we throw?
Now in college football, you see them running out of pretty much any formation. But the key still is being able to seal the edge, whether it's your tight end or your offensive tackle, to allow the back to get to the
Rodriguez made a pretty good block there. Now I'm going to do a play action.
When you can get good chunks of yardage like this on early downs, it just keeps you on schedule, leading to more
I'm looking at Sanders.
down situations. Never underestimate the value of consistently getting
Oh, no.
4 or more yards a pop like that.
That one falls incomplete. Looking for a flag.
It is a good thing that was a bad pass. It is a good thing Sanders was able to get his hand on that one. Oh my goodness. Got lucky. All right, I'm looking at Dan Honeycutt here on a 5 and in. Cuts like honey. That's it. Why we got him. I should not have done a safe catch. I'm going to do a quarterback sneak.
Good job by the defense to prevent the first down.
Good route, though. I mean, that's that.
The quarterback knew exactly what he wanted to do with the football. He
amazing
was going
talent.
to that in route no matter what. He hits it for
Let's
a nice
go.
gain.
Now, let's check the shotgun formation with the motion. Who do we have in that motion position this year? Let's see. Is it Dan Honeycutt?
Kentucky getting set with a
It's Sands. That's right. Sands our slot receiver. 98 speed.
And the wideout goes in motion. On 1st and 10, looking to throw. Going to try to use his legs here.
Can't risk it. I understand that if we had a little bit more time, Dan Honeycutt was probably open for a touchdown, but we just didn't have time. Now, I think this is going to be a touchdown.
Positive yards in the run game, and he's able to do that right here.
Why am I throwing it? Good question.
Quarterback looking to throw it on 2nd down. Bringing pressure. And they hit him just as he releases the ball.
Okay, you know who we have not seen in the game yet? We got to do a 4-receiver set so we get Honeycutt in. Not Honeycutt, Guerrero.
And forcing him into that incompletion.
A name I pronounce wrong every time. Wait, where's Guerrero?
Let's see what the play call is here. They're already in field goal range, but thinking about the end zone.
Okay.
Here's the snap. Offense looking to throw the ball.
That's a perfect read. Come on, Steven.
That's a big game before he goes out of bounds.
I want to check. I feel like Guerrero should be in on that play. Am I wrong? Oh, it's because the slot receiver. We have to run a 5-receiver set, right? Yeah, that's so. Let's move Guerrero here. Would that change it? Maybe our backup slot receiver is in at that point. So let's go to backup slot, and that's what it is. So we're going to move Guerrero to the backup slot. That way Guerrero will play in that formation.
More than enough for a first down.
This could be a turning point in this football.
Why am I throwing it?
Defense does a good job. It's third down.
Some of you were probably yelling at the screen there. Ryan, don't forget about Trayvon Drayton. Yeah.
Kind of feel the momentum flipping here.
Way to fight for it, but 75 missed a block there. Now, Guerrero should be in here, right? Am I wrong? No. Okay.
Crucial play coming up. Here's the snap, looking to throw.
Nobody. Nobody.
He's going to be brought down by that ferocious pass rush. Nice sack.
Okay.
Chris, that is textbook by this defense in man-to-man coverage. Nowhere to go for this quarterback. He's looking around everywhere to find an open man. By the time he figures it out, it's a sack for the defense.
The question is,
wrap up the first half here. Let's kick it now to Kevin Connors with our halftime update.
Thanks, guys. One of the best atmospheres in football, and we've got a
I don't even want to talk about it. I'll see you in the second half.
And we've got to start our halftime breakdown with this superstar running back. His elusiveness, his raw power. This young man is the total package, and his ability to catch the ball out of the backfield is a differentiator. A lot of guys can hit the hole. This kid can hit the hole and hit the home run in the passing game. That said, let's get back to the field and our guys in the booth to start the second half.
Some things never change. You know, I heard somebody yelling on the sideline. That was Jerry, the assistant defensive coordinator, the quarterback coach. He's yelling at the top of his lungs about the clock. So some of you might wonder, has clock management got better?
Team out there now to get this second half underway.
You tell me. That's embarrassing. I am so bad at clock management. I don't even look at the clock there. I'm just casually running around talking about trying to get Guerrero in the lineup. I never saw the clock once. You all were probably yelling at the screen, "Wake up, Ryan." And I agree, wake up, Ryan.
First down play call. How aggressive will it be?
Just trying to get a freshman some time in the game, that's all.
The third quarter here on the ground.
Head coach Ryan Gamer just wanted Guerrero to be happy.
I tell you, to be able to pick up a nice gain like that,
how about we try to win the football game?
Gave him a chance.
You all realize how big that would have been even to get a field goal there. 14-3 at the half. Should be 17-3 at least.
Out of the shotgun.
Way to dodge it. You see the running back vision? He saw me read the hole, so he cut up left. Very good play.
Here for the offense. On 1st and 10, they'll look to throw it. It's a short completion at the tight end.
Dylan Rowe just got crushed. That was one of our recruits a couple years ago. He's developed pretty well. I think he's either a junior or a sophomore.
Off play action.
Actually, I think he's a sophomore. What a sack. Brian Robinson is dominating. What?
Now for the offense that hates to come up empty on this drive, down multiple scores. Dropping back, it's Brown.
Yes! Wasn't able to keep his feet. Was able to keep his feet in bounds, but was not able to cut up the field in the rain. We got lucky. If that ball was thrown a little bit better, that's an easy first down.
And he boots it high into the air.
I hit fair catch there. Well, Dan Honeycutt apparently wanted to return that kick.
And the Kentucky offense is back out on the field.
I have to give it to Stanford secondary. They're looking amazing right now.
He'll hand it off.
We can't even get it to Dan Honeycutt. We have no space. Every single catch we've had has been a contested catch, right?
This time, the defense just won the battle up front at the line of scrimmage, not giving up any big plays. Everybody's gap sound, and it's really solid defense on that play.
Look at Dan Honeycutt making a block. Trayvon Drayton, 14 rushes, 159 yards.
Bouncing things to the outside. This guy has shown you everything that he has to offer, and a big part of the reason why they're enjoying this nice lead.
First down and 10.
Okay, I'm looking at Sands here.
And the quarterback looking to make a play through the air.
It's still no space. He's able to make the catch, but nobody's open. That was coverage on a 98 speed, 96 acceleration receiver.
I continue to be impressed with just the chemistry between these two.
That completion makes it.
There's Guerrero. Oh my. There he is.
From the shotgun, drops back looking for an open man.
Wasn't open. He was a decoy. Keep in mind, Guerrero is 6'6". Sure hands, 50-50 ability. We're going to run the Trey 4 receiver set quite a bit.
Yeah, really nice call here, Chris, to be able to pick up this first down on this drag route. The quarterback does a nice job of being patient, waiting for that window to open up in that zone.
Okay, Drayton needs a break.
On the money for the...
Drayton needs a break. I wish that it would sub out the running back a little more. Do you all have sub-out settings that you all find good for running backs? Because I know you can adjust the subs. Have you all found like a good number? If you all have, please let me know.
Quarterback drops back. You're going to test the
Sands is so good.
And that catch is hauled in. He stopped.
A receiver that we recruited.
Chris, it's so easy to get excited about the receivers on the outside and their ability to make big plays. But the
all right, Tremaine Stack. Here we go.
Just as exciting. Especially with
let's give him a drive.
Quickness and ability to make guys.
Okay, Chris Stacy missed a block to the right that if he hits it, it's probably a first down, but
it's exactly what you want to see as a play caller. You get positive yards to be able to kind of keep you on schedule as a play caller.
Play action, and this is the one that Sanders did great last year.
Play action fake, looking to throw. Trying to create outside.
Probably not going to throw it to Chris Stacy, but good lead block. I don't know what Chris's catching is. I would assume it's not very good, considering he was an offensive lineman.
Nobody's open downfield.
So there's that.
The only problem is they can't keep him short of the first down marker.
Kentucky getting set with a 1st and 10 coming up. Defense is coming after him. Cannot escape, and down he goes.
That is outstanding defense to be able to leverage.
What was I doing?
That is a tough thing to do.
It's like I just couldn't throw it. You know, you all ever been there?
And to be able to bring him down for a
like the ball was stuck in the quarterback's hand.
First down sack pushes the ball back. 2nd down coming up. From the shotgun, he's probing the secondary.
Not a great throw, but I got it in the red. We don't need a big gain there. We're just trying to get closer.
But it's still well short of the first down marker.
This is an example of a quarterback and his offense just taking what the defense gives you. Not a huge play, but positive yards. The defense wants to give that throw to you. You take it, get the ball to your receiver, stay ahead of the sticks.
I actually really like Dan Honeycutt on a smart route here. Now, don't throw an interception, Steven. Just put it in play.
Looking to throw it on 3rd and
Guerrero!
Long. Cannot connect. Incomplete, and now
maybe the
4th
rain?
down.
Why was that such a bad throw? The input wasn't bad.
I know it didn't pan out, but the most important thing is he didn't turn the football over.
Yeah, exactly. He didn't turn over the football.
Give your kicker a chance to put some
but why did the defender go to knock that down and not pick that off? We got lucky. Well, hey. Hey, I'm not complaining.
Now, out comes the
The terrible pass. Let's go. First field goal of the year is up and good. Guerrero is open there. Guerrero is open. You just got to throw it over top. And it seemed like it slipped out of Stephen Bullock's hand. That's the rain. He doesn't have the natural ability. Dan Honeycutt has natural. But yeah, it's just not a great game to showcase our throwing skills. We're running the ball incredible. We need to make sure we put the starting running back in. He had a good enough break. Like, he's fine. He's fine. Yeah, his wear and tear is fine now.
Following the field goal, the kickoff team is out there now.
You can tell the wind is strong today.
And here's the return from inside the 5. To be tackled at the
Our defense is looking so much better than last year. 100%. Our coverage. Do y'all see the difference? Like, our coverage is so much better. Not hard to be better than last year, but now their quarterback is 9 for 10, though. We do have to point out. But I still think we're playing good. We're stopping the run beautifully. Ooh, good tackle, Rhodes.
Makes a decent gain.
Just love watching this back run. Gets behind that offensive line.
We're going to see a mixture of man and zone this year a little bit more because
second down after that run on the
we have really good man coverage.
Back to pass.
When I say really good, not really good.
To the running back. Got a wide open man. Look out.
That was mine. I'm supposed to be guarding the running back. I thought he was doing a flat route. I thought I had time to stay there in the middle. He did a out and up.
Quarterback and receiver for a big gain for this offense.
Focus up, Ryan. Focus up.
And looking to throw now on first down.
That's incredible. How many sacks? Is that 3 sacks from Brian Robinson? I believe that's 3 for him. Welcome to the Brian Robinson show, everybody, and Chris Stacy on offense. Well, Trayvon Drayton, but
let's review how we got here.
are we going to throw a lot this year? Well, you tell me.
And now entering the final
I thought we were, but no. We built a running team, and
we're going to find out.
Yeah, that last screen showed what we need to do. It's raining, though. Of course, it's going to be better for running anyways.
From the shotgun, drops back.
This isn't really a great look at our quarterback, to be honest, because with the rain, you can tell he's just not putting these passes on the mark. It's not really fair to judge this game. Now, their quarterback is 11 for 12, though. So apparently the rain does not affect an opponent QB on Heisman. We're stopping them, though, at least, so that's good. And also, we're managing the game well, minus time management. Well, time management has been good. They're going for it. Time management has been good if you just consider running the clock with long offensive drives.
Needs a completion here on fourth down.
We
makes the catch in the offense.
We should have had one person right in that zone.
Way down at the 2. Nice pitch and catch.
Who just abandoned their zone for that? I tried to cover for it. You see that? It's just not enough time. Somebody missed coverage there.
To know exactly where he is. Quarterback makes the throw. Receiver gets hit, but he's beyond the sticks for the first down.
Should be in a 4-3 here, but
they'll try to run it in on first.
But we have Brian Robinson.
Tackle behind the line. It's a loss of 2.
Absolutely insane. What is he doing? Just pure domination.
All about trying to make sure a defense has to defend the run and the throw. But at this point in the game, they haven't been able to run the ball. They're going to have to go through the air if they're going to come back.
That's a great play call. That is a fantastic play call. I was not expecting that. None of our team was, as you saw.
Very interesting.
Yeah, now the pressure turns to their opponent and their offense. The momentum is starting to tilt, and it's your job to go into your 4-minute offense. But I'd expect
here's the thing. The reason I never schedule top 25 opponents in the first week is because you all know me. You all already know the answer. No, I've never talked about it. It's because you got to get in a rhythm those first 4 games. You got to build confidence. You can tell our team is not in a rhythm yet. We're playing good. No interceptions yet, surprisingly. But we could play a whole lot better. So
solid job by the coverage team. They bring him down at the 16.
It's just, hey, you live and learn. The first game of the season is going to be a bit rusty. You're getting used to the new players and the new lineup. And it's hard to throw on the rain. We're running to perfection, though.
First play of the drive, they'll set up at the 16. Now they'll run it on the toss.
How is Drayton already almost hurt? How many? He's only had 18 carries. I say only, but still. Like, it's not like he's had too many. He's going out the rest of the game. Let's put in Patterson and Tremaine Stack. Let's give Patterson a chance. We have not seen Patterson this game yet. Let's give him the ball.
Well, these are the kind of plays you have to make to be able to win the game in the second half. This back had a great first half and has gotten plenty of touches, so you've got to make sure this half is different than how things
yeah, it's pretty good.
So
he's a lot slower than...
It's a very solid game, but still well short of the marker.
He's a lot slower than Drayton, but we've got to get this first down.
Third down play for this offense.
Do we look at Sands and then Honeycutt? Sanders? I don't think we need that. Yep, Sands. Perfect.
And it's caught. And the game just good enough for a first down. A new set of downs after that completion.
If we win the battle on the offensive line right here, we win the game.
They go his way again, and it works out.
And we sure did.
Solid game, moves the ball with the 36.
Oh, we sure won that one.
What you got to do, you got to rely on that offensive line in the running game here to be able to secure a victory. Good call, and just keep working that clock.
Imagine being a defender with Chris Stacy running at you on this play.
Use the running game to chew on this clock now. And they'll move the 6 on that one. It's a first down to the 42.
Now, who has the best carry? That is who we want in the game right now at the running back position. I actually think it's our starter, but he can't handle it stamina-wise. 93 is Drayton. Okay, they both have the same. So who has the higher awareness stat? It's Tremaine Stack. Wow, Patterson has been here. It's his senior year. And his awareness is lower than the sophomore? Well, redshirt sophomore, so...
Surprised here in the fourth quarter.
But still.
See this defense dial up some pressure. They're just sitting back in the base, making it relatively easy for
way
the
to fight for it.
Pick up a first down on the ground.
And they'll stop him after a short gain.
Positive yards are always important for an offense, but at this stage of the game, late in the ball game, playing with the lead, you're thinking about working that clock and continuing to keep the
Remember when I said I hope the season wasn't as stressful? Well, it wasn't until that first half time management problem, and yeah.
They'll run it to the right side.
What a block, Sanders!
He's found some room at the 45. They get him down.
Sanders is good at blocking. He's better at receiving, but he still is a good blocker.
The defensive coordinator told us about the quarterback, he told us about the receivers and how they're going to throw the football. But man, they better get locked in on stopping this run game because that was a big-time game.
Look at Chris Stacy! Clobbered number 5. When you watch the Power O, don't watch the running back first. Make sure you all are watching the fullback. There you saw the block. Oh, my.
Kentucky getting set with a 1st and 10 coming up.
Chris Stacy. What?
Toss play to the outside.
It's just all day, every day. Like, our line is just unstoppable. When you have a line over 90 overall and run blocking every single player and dominating fullbacks, good luck.
The game on their back, they deliver, they get a touchdown.
Get your coffee, whatever you're drinking. Cheers.
Possession game with under 2 to go. Like their odds of closing this game out.
You can't beat our power. Oh, I can tell you that right now. A big weakness on the Stanford side. They have one really good defensive lineman. That's it. They don't have great middle linebackers or linemen, but they have really good cornerbacks and safeties. But we haven't thrown much, and we've been taking advantage of their lack of a run stopping game. And oh my, Chris Stacy is a big part of that. What a fun fullback, right? I mean, how many pancake blocks does he have today?
Now the kickoff team is out on the field.
What? 79 speed, 300 pounds with good acceleration and a platinum blocking ability. Good luck.
Create a big play here. That's strong coverage though. They tackle him at the 11-yard line.
24-10. As long as we don't do anything crazy, the game's over. Hard fought. I'm proud of Stanford. I mean, we're the better team big time. 86 overall versus 92 overall with our speed makes a big difference in this video game. It's the speed differential. Our team has speed at every single position. I mean, it's tough to compete against this Kentucky team. It is. Unless you're a 90 overall team, 89, it's tough to compete. And you're seeing that today. A huge speed differential. That's the team we built, though. I can't. What did I keep saying in recruiting? We need more speed. We need more speed.
Second down after the incompletion.
I know speed's not everything, but it does help.
Dropping back, it's Brown.
Run blocking's everything.
Oh, downfield catch made on the left side.
Get up there and make a play.
After a big gain. The clock is still running. They got to get set quickly. Looking to throw yet again.
Our defensive line is dominating. That is our 4th sack of the day. Brian Robinson has 3.
There's the snap. They'll set up to throw. That's the running back who makes.
I went a little bit deeper there because I thought he was going to throw it in the middle.
Timeout after the play, trying to hold on to as much time as possible. One of those critical third down plays coming up. Looking to pick up the first down.
It's cool to see a bust player, Storm Livings. He was a 5-star bust that we picked up in our first recruiting class. It's cool to see him at 86 overall and actually get to play.
First down, looking to throw the football.
Yes, Brian Robinson, a strip sack, and we didn't pick it up. That is his 4th sack. Heisman, I don't think it's going to Drayton. I think it's going to Robinson. Yes, welcome to Storm Living's world. What? The bust 5-star. Nobody believed in him. Nobody.
Boy, would this quarterback love to have.
Not even me. But wow, I believed in him enough to recruit him.
Big turnover that could be the nail in the coffin.
I read that I was just sitting there, and the quarterback's like, oh, isn't that Storm Livings the bust that Kentucky recruited a few years ago? Yeah, that's Storm Livings, all right. Did you all see how slow he was, though? Ultimate increase to composure gains at home. Fan favorite. Look at that. That's game. Wait a second. Nil or score a touchdown?
And the Kentucky
Edu Parker's on the other side. We nil.
How about the starting?
Let's be respectful.
They begin with 1st and goal. And the offense will just take
on U of K, baby. Come on. Let's go, baby.
1-0, but also, Kirk, we got a chance to see what this team is capable of when they play their best.
I completely agree with you, Chris. I was definitely impressed with this performance. We'll just have to see how far this team can really go.
And that is going to wrap it up. We enjoyed this one here. For Kirk Herbstreit, I'm Chris Fowler, and this has been another presentation of EA Sports College Football.
One thing that's important to point out, the only way you game plan against our running attack and win is force us to throw. You have to sit in the house on 1st down, 2nd down, and you got to stop us. If you force us to throw, that's when I'm going to start making mistakes. With Chris Stacy at fullback and our offensive line, good luck. I don't even think Alabama, I don't even think Georgia, can handle our defense this year. I don't think Texas can handle it. I mean, our offensive line. I don't think any of these high-powered defenses can handle our running game. They're just too good. You all saw it right there. That is the best run blocking we've seen. This is season 4. And oh my. Absolutely insane. And that was a defensive powerhouse game. And that's Britt Cobb, our defensive coordinator, who filled in for Andrew Parker last year, coaching the team to a national championship game. Although we didn't have the best defense, we did have the #1 defense in forced turnovers. But Britt Cobb was making a statement today. He said, Andrew Parker, you abandoned this Kentucky team after 2 years. You could have stayed and got 3-peat. Britt Cobb came in, and Britt Cobb said, I'm not leaving. I'm staying at Kentucky for life. We'll see if he sticks to his word on that. But yeah, hey, congrats to Andrew Parker, though. He had a great regular season record at 12-0 going into this game. And yes, we took him down, but hard-fought game. He tried his best. I mean, we just cannot be stopped on the offensive side. And we run out a lot of clock, right? We run out a lot of clock with our game plan. So it's tough to beat a team that can run all over you when you know exactly what's going to happen and you still can't stop it. When you have a fullback that's 310 pounds of pure muscle and he's like a bus out there. Or I would say like a train out there from fullback. Stronger than a bus, I tell you. This kid is incredible. Yeah, we don't throw it or run it to him, but imagine game planning against him. It's like, what do we do about Chris Stacy? Oh, well, you try to get out of the way. Why not take on the block? No, take on the block. Good luck. 329 total offense to their 256. We do have to give credit to that Stanford passing attack. Their passing game was really good. It wasn't good enough at the end of the day, but really good. We had 262 yards rushing, just like season 1. Our poor quarterback just had a boring game. Dan Honeycutt and Guerrero might be a little bit bored, right? Oh my. We might have to up it from 8 minutes. I know first 3 seasons were 8-minute games, but I think we might have to do like 10-minute games now. I don't know. We might have to do longer games. I know it's going to be longer videos, which I know these videos are already pretty long. Give me your thoughts on that. You know, I don't know. I may keep it the same, but I think that was a short game. It felt like running a lot like we do. But I don't know. No interceptions though. Now we could have thrown at least one, and it wasn't our best throwing game. You could tell Stephen Bullock was rattled with the rain today. It was pouring down rain, so we have to cut him some slack there. But yeah, not a great game from the quarterback position, but 19 time of possession. That's how we won. I mean, that's still quite a long game. I think that's long enough. I mean, we could do 9 or 10, just add a little bit and see how it goes, right? 10 for 14 is not bad. I mean, he didn't have a bad game. Very serviceable game. Had some good rushing too, right? Yeah, Stephen Bullock, 9 for 18. 16 rushes, 158 yards, and 2 touchdowns. If he can handle getting the ball more, he's going to be a game changer. Since, look, we did not do much passing. Dan Honeycutt at least got a catch. Guerrero got a target, but no catches. So not great for the new young receivers, but it's okay. We'll find ways to get Dan Honeycutt more involved. I mean, that was a tough game. That's their first game as a freshman. Now, the difference maker on this team, why did we win? Well, we won because of Brian Robinson. It's as simple as that. Go back to all those third down plays where we actually stopped them. All the big plays were because of Brian Robinson, the senior from Youngstown, Ohio. Oh my. Do you want to win or do you want to lose? He says, I want to win. 3.5 sacks and a forced fumble. Like, what? Where did he come from? And don't overlook the fact that he also dominated at run stopping as well. It was not just the huge sacks for Brian. He dominated. Like, he busted up plays. Every single play, he had an impact. It did not matter. Matthew Horn had a big impact as well. Just an incredible team. I'm going to pause the video, take a screenshot, and then we got recruiting coming up. What a game. I was so nervous when I saw them at 86 overall, but then I thought about the playoff matchups last year, And I mean, in the national championship, there was a big mismatch there. And they were a similar team, besides they had a lot more speed at the cornerback position. But when I saw their defensive line and their middle linebackers in the depth chart preview that I always do before the game, I was like, there's no shot they win this game. I mean, I didn't say that out loud in the video because I knew you all would be like, I jinxed it, right? But yeah, they just did not have enough talent on the defensive side besides their secondary. And yeah, it showed. They just could not match with this Kentucky high-powered running offense. And I knew that, stuck to the game plan, and we won. Ryan Robinson just dominated. Player of the game. Defensive player of the game. Yeah, I would hope so. I would hope so. That was just incredible for this Kentucky Wildcats team. Like, I'm just so proud of this team. Okay, so we got recruiting next. And recruiting class is already looking really strong. I know we're early on. And let's see here. What do we have? We got Andre here. This is the last name I have no clue how to pronunciate. From Baton Rouge. Love that. Let's see if we can take him from LSU, right? A 5-star. We're number 3 on the list. We are moving up. It is in LSU's pipeline, obviously, but that's okay. I'm not afraid of him. I'm just going to keep doing what we're doing. I was hoping we would have got lucky with some interest, but yeah, 97 speed for this halfback too. Keep that in mind. 97 speed, 5-star Jim. Yeah. And then we got Sion Iloa. Maybe Elo, another halfback power back from Honolulu. And this halfback has 93 speed, some good perks. And we do need a halfback. We need to develop some halfbacks for the future. They won't be starting right away. Here's the thing though. This is going to have to change next year. So, in College Football 26, if they do it like it is in real life, teams like my team right here would not work. Why is that? Well, because recruits now in real life, they want to play right away. They don't want to develop, right? They don't want to come in as a freshman and not play. They don't want to not play as a sophomore. They want to play early. So what's going to end up happening is what they're going to have to do to mirror real life with the way the transfer portal is now. Players are not going to be okay with just sitting on the bench for 3 years. Like, they need I'm not saying I like that change, but they're going to have to do that because my team right now is based off of talent developing, right? It's hard to develop talent here in real life for a lot of these big schools because players want to play, right? They can go to another school and start playing right away. So the transfer portal has really changed college football, and it's going to really change, I feel like, the next video game. Because a team like this, we're probably not looking at Sion Aloha and this other running back as being okay to sit on the bench. These are probably players who want to come in and play, and you're probably going to have to make commitments, right? Like, you will play 50% of snaps, or you will get at least 8 carries a game in the first season, right? That's the kind of stuff they're going to have to do to kind of mirror the real life college football the way it is right now. It's going to be tough, but yeah, it's so much different. Like, the team that I have here would not work in modern day college football. All these players that we have developing who've, like, you know, think of Devontae Sands, or wide receiver. He wouldn't have been okay sitting on the bench. Think of Guerrero right now, our wide receiver who we're trying to get in the lineup. You know, he could go somewhere else and start. So it's like a Tremaine Stack would not be a backup running back on our team. He would transfer out to play somewhere else. So we have a lot of talent. Our developing defensive tackles, like, you can name so many positions in these first 3 years that would not work with the modern day transfer portal the way it is in real life. All of the players would just leave, right? After the first year. They're like, if you're not going to play a sophomore year, I'm out. So yeah, it's interesting. Our offensive linemen as well would not be okay with that. So it's going to be interesting the way they change it in the next game. Because, you know, college football is so much different now. But yeah, this is going to be a great running back, and we're leading the way. Love that. Zach Kalmalat, an athletic power rusher. We're number 2 to Oregon here. And do we need to change anything? We do not. We did not get lucky with interest. That's okay. And then we got John Latsko, a man-to-man cornerback from Arlington, Texas. And this was the one that's really fast, right? Yeah, 99 speed with jammer ability and the natural. That would have helped us in that game. But one thing to point out as well is we lost our elite recruiter offensive coordinator. But this year we have Ryan Gamer now, the head coach. We have the elite recruiter. So we took it. Now, we could have stacked it if we kept our offensive coordinator. He went to Iowa. You hate to see it. But yeah, he went to Iowa as the head coach. So now our new offensive coordinator had a pretty good game plan, did he not? We have to say he did a pretty good job in his debut. So we are number 3 with John Latsko. Alabama and Texas. It's their pipeline, though. But look how much more interest we gain. We're an elite recruiter, and you can see how much initial influence, and we've won 3 national championships in a row. But yeah, I feel like so you know how they have the deal breaker as playing time in this game? I feel like in the next game, they're going to have to put every player having a playing time, like something, like playing time. Every player needs to have some type of playing time rating, because like, when do they want to start? Like, do they want to start as a freshman? Do they want to start as a sophomore? Are they okay waiting 3 years? Because that will change the recruiting dramatically. I said it's changed. The transfer portal has changed everything. It's not just that. The recruiting has changed completely. So, yeah, it's playing time needs to be like making commitments to players. Like, you'll play this. You'll do this. We commit this. We commit that we'll play this. And we'll play you this amount of snaps. And that's the kind of stuff that would make recruiting a lot more in-depth and more like what it is right now, and very tough too. It had a challenge to it. So with Lee Brock here, a 5-star right outside linebacker, power rusher, we are number 2 to Maryland. Come on. Yeah, this was the linebacker with platinum quick jump. We run a 4-3, so we would move him to defensive end, and he would dominate. Like, pure domination. Eric Akers, we are leading the way big time. A right tackle, 5-star, agile. And nothing we can really change there. Just stay the course. And we're at the point where we don't need to schedule visits. We didn't schedule 1 visit last year, and you just don't need to. Sometimes, in rare cases, you do, but the penalty of getting it and losing is too big to ever risk. You're going to lose out on more recruits than gain. Now, we are number 1 with Theo Kamara here. A power rusher, defensive tackle with 92 strength. Yeah, get him in the lineup. We already have incredible developing defensive tackles. Remember Quentin Bartley, the 5-star gem elite? He's on the bench this year. He's redshirted, I believe. I redshirted him. And then we got Gerald Burris, a left tackle, 5-star agile type. And wow, he does not really want to go to Kentucky. All right. I'm going to give you 5 more hours just to see if we can persuade you a little bit more. If he's not, we have plenty of offensive linemen we could use. Doug Coker, middle linebacker with 90 speed. Oh, I remember this guy, and we're 3rd place. Yeah, it's going to be a tough one to lock in, right? It's going to be a tough one to lock in. Last year, though, if we kept our offensive coordinator, imagine what we would have. It's a good thing they had that balance in the game, because it makes sense our offensive coordinator and defensive coordinator would get head coaching jobs with the incredible run they've had. But it's frustrating because, yeah, we lost that double stack of elite recruiter, but it's a balancing thing, right? We would be getting way too much interest. We would get every recruit so fast. Andy here, a last name I have no clue how to pronounce, athletic power rusher with 90 strength, 88 pursuit, and 88 speed. Oh my. Please come to Kentucky. Cameron Forsett, an athletic scrambler. So I know I said I wasn't going to go after a quarterback, but this was the one with 93 speed and 94 acceleration. How can we not? And we're number 1. We're only spending 25 hours. Like, that's nothing. And we didn't get any elite level developing quarterbacks. That's also another thing. You're not going to get an elite level developing quarterback nowadays to commit to a school without getting to play probably sophomore year. Unless, like, Arch Manning, you know, is okay with that. Like, there's very rare cases of players who are like that. But most players, if you're, I know you don't know if they're elite development, but those high level recruits, are not going to be okay with sitting on the bench 3 years anymore. They're just not. I mean, maybe some of them, but I think for the most case, they're just going to transfer out. If you don't commit to starting them sophomore year, they're probably gone. Okay, so there we go. Number 1, Kentucky. We're leading the way on Chauncey Fallon, defensive tackle, run stopper. 93 strength. Oh, my. 74 acceleration, too. He's going to be really good. Dante Verrett, tight end. This was the 6'5 tight end. This is the vertical threat, 86 speed receiver who I'm trying to replace Sanders, right? He's looking good, and we're leading the way. Do we even need that many hours on him? I don't think we need 50. I think 50 is a little much, and what I'm going to do is put about 30, and I'm going to put the rest of the hours on that recruit up there. Who, right, the left tackle? Was it the left tackle? Yeah. So the left tackle we were kind of losing on, so I'm going to do that. Add a couple. Ooh, I wish we could do 20. But I definitely still want to make sure. Well, we'll just do this. We'll just do that. And then I think we'll still be left with 5 that we can't put on. Where is he? Not there. Here. Oh, we already maxed it out. Okay, so we're good. We already had 65 there. So we can add 5 hours somewhere else. Here's a close battle with Ohio State with Chauncey. So let's put 5 more hours. Okay, so that's the tight end. We're looking good. So now we're on Andre. We have a lot of names that I'll never be able to pronounce. Okoronkwo? Whoa? I don't know. I'm terrible at name pronunciations, as you all already know. Left guard, agile type from Pickerington, Ohio. And really good. Oh my. Honestly, he might be better than the right tackle up there. Isaiah Shorter. His name is Shorter, but he's 6'4", 197. I know I said I wasn't gonna get a wide receiver, but he has 96 speed, 95 jumping, and platinum clear-headed. We have to try. And we're leading the way on Purdue. And these were ones I was just adding a couple hours to stay in the conversation. We need to free up probably more hours on other weeks. We got lucky with Isaiah Shorter's motivations. Really lucky. And so Joshua Mayer, we are barely putting any time, and we're gaining over Ohio State and the Bearcats. Love that. This recruiting class is already looking phenomenal. Taylor Zentner, run stopper from Ohio. A lot of talent from our pipeline, right? Well, our pipeline is technically Florida, but from Kentucky's pipeline. Enrique Leon, a left guard with 895 strength, 83 impact blocking, run block power, and 80. Wow. Gonna be unstoppable. We put 50 hours. I can see why. Now, maybe I need to shift this around a little bit, right? Since we're leading the way with him. What I'm going to do, I'm going to put 25 and 5. I want more hours with this guy because he is an absolute beast. So we're going to do that. And we're going to put 25. And we're going to put... Ooh, okay. Let's move this around a little bit. What is the best way to do this? Maybe 15... Yeah, maybe 15. 15. We got to do 25 with one of them. Let's just do 25 with this guy. This guy is going to be a powerhouse. I mean, to be fair, I think they're both going to be really good. Yeah, I think they're both going to be good. We have 5 more hours to spend, so we'll spend them. Where can we spend them? That's the question. Do we have 5 hours on anybody open? Wide receiver? Isaiah Shorter. Let's see who has the closest battle going on. Right here. Now, we already did that. Yeah, we already did that. But we could do 10. Yeah. Chauncey Fallon. Ohio State, you're not going to win. Who lost in the college football playoff semifinal last year? Just saying. Just saying, Chauncey. Look at the history. Look at the history. No, that Ohio State team was amazing. We barely won. 35-30. It was an absolute battle. That Ohio State team put on a masterclass of offense. Their play calling was exceptional on both sides of the football. We were just dominating on offense, and they were dominating on defense. So there you have recruiting. I think we have bye week recruiting this week as well. Yeah, we'll have bye week recruiting this episode. So let's go ahead and advance to the next week. 24-10 for Kentucky in the first game of the year. We got a bye week, week 2. So stay tuned for more recruiting. And yes, love to see number 1 on so many different schools. Ooh, program tradition up to number 11 out of top schools. Love that. Can't wait till we get Kentucky to 5-star. And yeah, he deserved to be not only the SEC Player of the Week, probably Defensive Player of the Week as well. What happened in the top stories? UCF upset North Carolina. North Carolina made it to the semifinals of the college football playoff last year. They got beat by Washington, which is who we played. So UCF beat them 45-21 at home. The Bulldogs will take a drop in the rankings after falling to Florida State. What? Georgia got beat 28-21 in week 1. That is insane. Upsets already. Just like last year, we had so many upsets. Look at this. Another upset. UCLA took down Auburn 24-13 at UCLA. Auburn was in the top 10, and now they're ranked number 20. Oh, my. And then Stanford faces off against Vanderbilt this week. They better win that one, I can tell you that. Andrew Parker will have a good game plan for that Stanford team. You know, Andrew Parker's, he's part of their defensive focus as well, being the defensive coordinator for Kentucky. He can't be happy with that performance. So let's check recruiting. Probably don't have much to change at all here. Can we hard sell yet? Oh, close. Oh, we can. Wait, we can hard sell. Is that at the top 5? It's close. Is hard sell unlocked? Yes. So we're going to hard sell. It's not the best hard sell. The reason we can hard sell is because we know brand exposure is the deal breaker, right? So we already know that, which means we have A-A and pro potential B hurts us. We had 1 player go pro. We'll have a lot more this year. That's unfortunate. We got to lock in this running back, right? We have to. He's going to be so good. And now, even if we don't lock in Andre, we can get Sion. And we can't hard sell yet. We can't hard sell yet. Stay the course. So we can't hard sell yet. But look at that influence, everybody. Look at the influence we are gaining after that win. Oh my. Yes. Elite Recruiter is working, everybody. We can't hard sell on any of these yet. But look at the difference. Eric Akers, we basically locked in already. Well, it'll reset, right? But still. And look. Dominated with Theo Kamara. Oh my. Look at this. Gerald Perez. We almost are past Oklahoma now. We can't hard sell yet. They have to be in the top 5. And then the middle linebacker, Doug here. Number 1 against Miami now. We are dominating. The Elite Recruiter is huge. It is, when you can get the top recruiting class as soon as you can. It took me 3 seasons in this one. It is a game changer. It helps that we won the national championship in year 1. That set us up for success. Andy, athletic position, power rusher. We are leading the way, and we can't hard sell yet. I mean, we're going to lock in everybody. Look at this. This is incredible. We don't have to change a thing. Everything is working. Chauncey, Dante, another Andre, Isaiah Shorter, and can we hard sell on these? It depends. We can if we unlock. No, we don't have enough. We don't have enough motivations. We do have it for Isaiah Shorter. All right. And we have the perfect hard sell for him. You love to see that. That is amazing. You always love when it works out in your favor, right? When you get early motivations, A-, A, and an A. Coach's favorite. Yeah, he's going to choose Kentucky pretty quickly. Surprisingly, we are still winning this one, but it's dangerous because it's close. So what we need to do, we need to shift. We need to shift some hours from someone we're dominating with. acres. It's not even close, right? So what we need to do is put 40 hours here around. Yeah, let's go 40 hours there. Hopefully that doesn't lose us the recruit. And then we need to make sure we add more here to this one. So we just need a 10. So now we can do full on 25 for Joshua. And we should be good. Another one in the top 25 here. Can we sell? Let's see. Brand exposure, pro potential, deal breakers, playing time. We can. So we're going to go ahead and soft sell here. Reason we're soft selling is I don't have enough hours to hard sell. So playing time, brand exposure, and pro potential. Right there. But one thing, speaking of something I want to see in this game. So me personally, I want recruiting to be just a little bit harder in the fact that you do not see any of this. I don't want to see a player's overall, because in real life, when you're recruiting somebody from high school, you don't know. You have numbers, right, of 40 times and stuff like that. You have stats from high school. What I want to see here, I want them to get rid of the attributes. I want them to have a setting you could turn on or off. I want the setting like this that most people would play. But I want a little more realism, and I want this to be like it just show when you first start scouting somebody and you see those bars. I want it to just be the bars. I want it to be a range, and I want it to be quite a big range. And then I want some other information like players high school stats, other things that you have to kind of decipher through to figure out what type of player they are. Maybe when you fully get late in the season, you see one trait, like one attribute. But I want the difficulty of not knowing until they get to campus and they sign. And then you have a spring game, and after that spring game, you unlock all the attributes of all your players. So that's what I would love to see. I want the spring game to matter for one, and spring practice, but I think it tells you too much here, in my opinion. I just think that they should not show the exact. Or they should have a setting like normal mode for recruiting and then high difficulty mode. Because this gives you a lot, right? This gives you so much. It doesn't give you everything, but you can kind of know what their overall is going to be based on this. That's a lot of information. But instead, what if they had like good, fair, average? You scout one time. It's like a word like poor, good, fair, poor, fair, good, great, exceptional, right? And then you scout more. You see how they compare with other positions, like what do they rank in pass blocking compared to other high school players. And then you do it more, you see a range, and that range is the only thing you get. You do not, and you don't see it until you have spring practice. And then when spring practice happens, you have the spring game, and then after the spring game, you can see all your incoming freshmen's actual attributes and stuff. I just think that would be electric if they had it like that. I know most people who play the game would hate that, because most people when they play this, they like, I want to see what their overall is, right? I want to see what abilities and mental abilities they have. And you would still have to have that setting in the game. But I think it'd be a little more hardcore experience. What do you all think? I would call that fog of war. I think is what you'd call that, fog of war, where you don't see, that's usually what they call it in sports games, where you don't see it in the offseason. I think that's what they call it on NHL, fog of war, where you don't know the actual recruits' full attributes. MLB The Show, I think, calls it that as well. But yeah, I just think that'd be really cool. I know most people would not use that setting. I would use it 100%. Because imagine not knowing that Dan Honeycutt was 99 speed, right? Just knowing that he's the fastest player, fastest high school recruit is all you would know. So you get him, maybe he's only 96, right? You never know. let's go ahead and advance to the next week. Just thoughts that I have for the next game, you know? I just thoughts to add a difficulty, more of a difficulty recruiting to where you make it a little more realistic to where you don't, you know, in real life, when we scout Sion Aloha at Kentucky, we don't know that he's got 97 speed, right? We know he's fast, but we don't know how fast he's going to be on the college field until we see him play, right? So yeah. Next up, Kentucky versus Western Kentucky. This is a game I always put on my schedule. I love playing against Western Kentucky, and it's not always a walk in the park. Western Kentucky does a good job of building their program. They're a good school. They're in the Conference USA, and probably going to battle it out with Liberty in this year's in 2027 conference, right? Both teams are looking good this year, but we're 93 overall now. Oh my. 93, 92, 94. Yeah, our team is fired up. Are you kidding me? 93, 92, 94. Kentucky Wildcats are fired up after that Stanford win. Let's see the top 25. Just a sneak peek. Okay, just a sneak peek. Don't want to give too much away. We'll see it all at the beginning of the next episode. But big thank you to you all for watching this episode to the end. If you got some enjoyment, drop a like. It really helps the channel and it keeps this series going. Subscribe for plenty more sports game content, new videos each and every day. Hope you all have a great rest of your week here. Holiday week, almost to the new year. The next episode in this series will be on Saturday morning, so be on the lookout for it. I know these videos are typically posted Wednesday afternoon and Saturday morning, but Wednesday was Christmas this week. So this was pushed to Thursday afternoon, but you'll still see an episode on Saturday morning this week, and then Wednesday next week, I believe, is Wednesday next week New Year's Day? Is that? Yeah. Okay, Wednesday is New Year's Day. Will I post a video? I don't know. I haven't looked that ahead in the schedule to where will I be posting that on Wednesday, New Year's Day, or wait till Thursday? Usually I don't post on holidays, so we will see. I might post on New Year's Eve or probably the day after. Maybe January 2nd will be the next episode after the Saturday episode this week. But yeah, I'll stick to the schedule going forward, Wednesday and Saturday. But I will see you all in the next one. As always, have a fantastic day, everybody.